Right, and next we have Miss Amber Johnston. Intern with Atrium Health Madison Rehab Hospital and will be pinned by her father, Andy Storm.
So having my dad here was extra special. This was one of my goals as well, was to, be able to have my dad say all three of his kids have graduated from college.
Amber graduates from college. 17. Little Johnstons TLC. Amber Johnston's graduation from college was more than just a milestone, it was a triumph of perseverance, resilience, and the quiet strength that comes from overcoming life's unique challenges. For fans of TLC's beloved reality series The Little Couple, Amber's journey has always been one of inspiration, not because of the obstacles she faces, but because of how she meets them, head-on, with grace, humor, and an unshakable determination to live life on her own terms. Born with thanatophoric dysplasia, a rare and severe form of dwarfism, Amber faced medical odds that many would consider insurmountable. Doctors initially gave her little chance of survival, let alone a full and vibrant life. Yet from the very beginning, Amber proved them wrong. Her spirit, intelligence, and relentless drive have defined her path, and her graduation from college marked a powerful culmination of years of dedication, late-night studying, and personal growth. Amber's academic journey didn't follow a traditional path. Growing up in Texas, she attended regular schools, navigating the physical and social challenges that came with being visibly different. Classrooms weren't always designed with accessibility in mind, and social acceptance wasn't guaranteed. But Amber, with the support of her loving family, refused to let those barriers define her. She excelled academically, showing a particular passion for psychology and human behavior, fields that would later shape her educational and career goals. Her decision to pursue higher education was never in question. From a young age, Amber had a clear vision. She wanted to earn a college degree, not just for the credential, but for the knowledge, the experience, and the opportunity to inspire others. She knew that every step forward would be scrutinized, sometimes doubted, but she also knew that proving her capabilities wasn't about silencing critics, it was about honoring her own potential. Amber enrolled at the University of Houston, a large, bustling campus not originally designed with accessibility as a priority. Navigating the sprawling grounds, attending lectures in large auditoriums, and balancing a rigorous course load required planning, adaptability, and an immense amount of self-advocacy. There were days when the physical demands of campus life were overwhelming, stairs without elevators, inaccessible restrooms, or simply the exhaustion that comes from being in a world not built for your body. But Amber adapted. She worked closely with the university's disability services, ensuring she had the accommodations she needed. More importantly, she refused to let any challenge diminish her academic ambitions. Her field of study, psychology, was a natural fit. Amber had always been deeply empathetic, insightful, and curious about what drives human behavior. She was particularly interested in developmental psychology and the emotional well-being of children and adolescents, especially those facing health challenges or disabilities. Her own life experiences gave her a unique perspective, one that enriched her understanding of resilience, identity, and coping mechanisms. What made Amber's academic journey remarkable wasn't just that she earned a degree, it was how she did it. She didn't seek special treatment or pity. She asked for what she needed, worked diligently, and held herself to the same high standards as any other student. She participated in group projects, delivered presentations, and contributed thoughtfully in class discussions. Professors and peers alike came to respect her intellect and her work ethic. There were moments of frustration, of course. Times when she felt isolated, when the weight of her responsibilities, both academic and personal, felt overwhelming. There were days when chronic pain or fatigue threatened to derail her focus. But through it all, Amber remained committed. She leaned on her family, especially her parents, who had always been her fiercest advocates. Their unwavering support gave her the strength to keep going, even on the hardest days. And then there was Dr. Jennifer Arnold, her best friend, confidant, and eventually, her wife. Though their paths would cross more deeply later, during their time on The Little Couple, Jennifer, herself a successful neonatologist and a woman of small stature, understood the unique challenges Amber faced in the medical and academic worlds. Their shared experiences created a bond rooted in mutual respect and deep empathy. Jennifer's own journey through medical school, balancing professional ambition with personal health, mirrored many of Amber's struggles. Their friendship, and later partnership, became a source of strength and motivation. As Amber neared the end of her undergraduate studies, the reality of graduation began to sink in. It wasn't just about walking across a stage or receiving a diploma, though those were meaningful symbols. It was about what the degree represented, proof that no dream was too big, no goal out of reach. It was a declaration that disability does not define ability. The day of the ceremony was emotional. Family, friends, and even some of her professors gathered to celebrate her achievement. The University of Houston had made accommodations for the event, ensuring Amber could participate fully. As she donned her cap and gown, a wide smile spread across her face. This was her moment, earned, not given. Walking across the stage may have taken a little longer than for others, but every step was deliberate, proud, and powerful. When her name was called, the crowd erupted in applause. Some cheered for the accomplishment itself, others recognized the deeper significance of what they were witnessing. Here was a woman who had defied expectations, not through grand gestures, but through quiet, consistent effort. For Amber, the diploma wasn't just a piece of paper. It was validation. It was freedom. It was the foundation for the next chapter of her life. In the years that followed, Amber continued to grow. She became a motivational speaker, sharing her story with students, organizations, and communities across the country. Her message was simple but profound: limitations are often external, not internal. The world may not always be accessible, but your dreams don't have to conform to its design. She also became a central figure on The Little Couple, the TLC reality show that followed her life with Dr. Jennifer Arnold and their journey to build a family. The show highlighted not just their daily lives, but their shared values, love, resilience, and the importance of living authentically. Amber's college degree became a quiet but constant backdrop to her public persona. It reminded viewers that she wasn't just a reality TV star, she was a highly educated, thoughtful woman with a voice and a purpose. Her academic background informed her advocacy work. She spoke at conferences on disability rights, participated in panels about inclusive education, and worked with organizations to improve accessibility on college campuses. She often said that her degree gave her a platform, but it was her story that gave her the power to connect. Amber also used her education to support her role as a mother. When she and Jennifer adopted their son, Will, and later their daughter, Zoe, Amber brought the same intentionality and emotional intelligence to parenting. Her studies in psychology helped her understand child development, attachment, and the importance of creating a nurturing environment, especially for children who might face challenges of their own. She often said that being a parent was her greatest role, but one she could only fulfill because of the foundation her education provided. Understanding emotional regulation, communication, and developmental milestones allowed her to be not just a loving mom, but an informed and empowered one. There's a common misconception that people with disabilities need to overcome their condition in order to succeed. Amber's story challenges that notion. She didn't overcome her dwarfism, she lived fully within it. Her success wasn't in spite of her disability, but part of a life that included it, acknowledged it, and moved forward anyway. Her college degree wasn't a miracle, it was the result of hard work, support, and access to opportunity. And that's what made her graduation so significant. It wasn't just a personal victory, it was a statement. A statement that people with disabilities belong in classrooms, in lecture halls, in graduation ceremonies. That they deserve the same chances to learn, grow, and achieve as anyone else. Amber's journey also highlighted the importance of representation. For young people with dwarfism or other visible differences, seeing someone like Amber succeed in higher education was transformative. It showed them that college wasn't off limits. That professors would listen. That peers could respect them. That dreams could be real. In interviews, Amber often spoke about the moment she realized she wanted to go to college. It wasn't sparked by a single event, but by a quiet realization: she loved learning. She loved asking questions, reading books, and understanding how people work. That curiosity fueled her through late-night study sessions and difficult exams. It reminded her why she started in the first place. Her graduation also had a ripple effect on her family. Her parents, who had supported her every step of the way, watched with tears in their eyes as she walked across the stage. They had worried, of course, any parent would. But they had also believed in her, fiercely and without hesitation. Seeing her succeed was a reward for their love and sacrifice. For fans of the little couple, Amber's graduation was a poignant moment in the larger narrative of her life. The show had followed her from childhood, capturing her milestones, her heartbreaks, and her triumphs. But this was different. This was a moment of pure, unfiltered achievement, one that couldn't be edited, staged, or dramatized. It was real. Because in a world that often underestimates people who look or live differently, Amber's degree was a quiet act of resistance. It said, "I am here. I am capable. I belong." Today, Amber continues to inspire. She speaks at schools, writes about her experiences, and lives openly and joyfully with Jennifer, Will, and Zoe. Her college diploma hangs on the wall of their home, a reminder not of where she's been, but of what's possible. She doesn't talk about her graduation as the end of a journey, but as the beginning of another. Education, she says, is a lifelong process. The degree was a milestone, but the learning never stops. And perhaps that's the most powerful lesson of all. Amber Johnston's story is not just about graduating from college. It's about refusing to be limited by expectations. It's about building a life that reflects your values, your passions, and your strength. It's about showing up, day after day, even when the world isn't built for you. It's about proving, quietly, consistently, beautifully, that you can do anything you set your mind to. And on that graduation day, as the sun shone over the University of Houston campus and Amber stood among her peers, cap in hand, smile on her face, the world bore witness to that truth. Goodbye, Anna Johnston confirms she's stepping away from filming the family's life on 7 Little Johnstons. In a heartfelt and candid announcement that has resonated deeply with fans of the long-running reality series 7 Little Johns, Anna Johnston has confirmed that she is no longer participating in the filming of the show. The emotional revelation marks a significant turning point for the popular TLC series, which has chronicled the lives of the Johnston family, parents Trent and Amber, and their 5 children, Jonah, Elizabeth, Anna, Alex, and Emma, for over a decade. Anna, who has been a central figure on the show since its inception in 2015, made the announcement through a personal Instagram post, where she expressed her gratitude to fans while explaining her decision to step back from the cameras. "After a lot of thought and prayer, I've decided it's time for me to stop filming our family's journey for the show," she wrote. "This wasn't an easy decision, but one that I feel is right for my peace, my growth, and my future." The post, which included a photo of Anna smiling with her siblings, quickly garnered thousands of likes and an outpouring of support from fans, friends, and fellow cast members. In her message, Anna emphasized that her departure was not due to any family conflict or drama, but rather a personal choice to reclaim her privacy and focus on her individual journey beyond the public eye. "I've grown up on this show," she continued. "From a teenager learning how to navigate life with achondroplasia to a young woman figuring out who I am, you've all been a part of that. But now, I need to live parts of my life without a camera rolling. I want to make memories that aren't meant for TV." The announcement has sparked widespread conversation among fans and media outlets alike, many of whom have followed Anna's evolution from a shy, reserved teen into a confident, outspoken advocate for people with dwarfism. Her journey on the show has included milestones such as her high school graduation, college experience, first job, romantic relationships, and her ongoing efforts to promote body positivity and inclusivity. 7 Little Johnstons premiered in 2015 as a spin-off of the popular series Little People, Big World, offering a fresh perspective on family life through the lens of a household where all members are little people. Over the years, the show has become a fan favorite for its mix of humor, heart, and honesty, tackling topics such as disability, dating, education, career aspirations, and the everyday challenges and triumphs of raising a family. Anna's role on the show has been particularly impactful. As one of the older Johnston children, she often served as a voice of reason and maturity, frequently mediating sibling disputes and offering insight into the emotional complexities of growing up in the spotlight. Her openness about her struggles with self-esteem, relationships, and societal perceptions of disability helped many viewers feel seen and understood. In interviews over the years, Anna has spoken candidly about the pressures of being a reality TV personality. "It's not just about being on camera," she said during a 2020 interview. "It's about knowing that millions of people are watching your life, judging your choices, commenting on your appearance. Sometimes, it feels like you're living for other people instead of yourself." Her decision to step away now, at age 24, reflects a desire to live authentically, away from the constraints of a scripted narrative or producer-driven storylines. While the show has always maintained a documentary-style format, fans and cast members alike have acknowledged that the presence of cameras inevitably influences behavior and decisions. "I don't regret any of it," Anna wrote in her post. "I'm so grateful for the opportunities this show has given me, the chance to travel, to speak at events, to connect with people around the world who feel like they don't fit in. But now, I want to write my next chapter without a crew following me around." TLC has not yet released an official statement regarding Anna's departure, but sources close to the production confirmed that the network is respecting her decision and working to adjust the show's format accordingly. The Johnston family will continue to film, with the focus likely shifting more toward the younger siblings, particularly Emma and Alex, who are entering pivotal stages in their lives. Trent and Amber Johnston, the parents who have been the backbone of the series, have expressed their full support for Anna's choice. In a joint statement shared on the family's social media, they said, "We're so proud of Anna for making a decision that's best for her. She's always been strong, independent, and thoughtful, and this is another example of her maturity. We'll miss having her on camera, but we love and support her no matter what." Elizabeth Johnston, Anna's twin sister and closest confidant on the show, also shared her thoughts in a tearful video message. "It's bittersweet," Elizabeth said. "We've literally grown up together on this show. We've shared everything, good times, bad times, embarrassing moments. But I get it. Anna needs her space, and I respect that so much. I'll still be here, and I know she'll always be part of our story, even if she's not on screen." The news has prompted an emotional response from fans, many of whom have grown attached to Anna over the years. On social media, viewers have flooded comment sections with messages of support, thanking her for her honesty and courage. "Anna, you've been my favorite since day one," one fan wrote. "You've taught me so much about strength and self-love. I'm sad you're leaving the show, but I'm happy you're choosing yourself." Another viewer shared, "It takes so much bravery to walk away from something that's been a huge part of your life. I hope Anna finds peace and joy in her next chapter." Reality television, especially family-centered shows, often walks a fine line between authenticity and entertainment. While Seven Little Johnstons has been praised for its positive representation of little people and its focus on family values, it has also faced criticism for exploiting personal moments for ratings. Anna's departure highlights the emotional toll that constant public exposure can take, even in a supportive and loving family environment. Experts in media psychology note that growing up on camera can have lasting effects on mental health and identity formation. When your adolescence and young adulthood are broadcast to millions, it can be difficult to separate your public persona from your private self, said Dr. Linda Chan, a clinical psychologist specializing in media and identity. Anna's decision to step away is a healthy and empowering move. It shows that she's prioritizing her well-being over fame or external validation. For Anna, the future holds a mix of personal and professional goals. She has expressed interest in continuing her advocacy work, particularly in the areas of disability rights and mental health awareness. She also plans to focus on her education and explore career opportunities outside the entertainment industry. "I'm not disappearing," she assured fans. I'll still be active on social media, and I'll always be a Johnston. But I want to live life at my own pace now, to fall in love, make mistakes, celebrate wins, and grow, without having to explain everything to the world. Her departure also raises broader questions about the sustainability of long-running reality shows and the well-being of their cast members. As the Johnston children grow into adulthood, the dynamics of the show are inevitably changing. Jonah, the eldest, has already reduced his involvement in recent seasons as he focuses on his music career and personal life. Elizabeth continues to appear regularly, balancing her role on the show with her studies and advocacy work. Emma and Alex, the youngest Johnston siblings, are now teenagers, and producers are expected to spotlight their coming-of-age stories in upcoming episodes. However, with Anna's exit, there's a noticeable shift in the family's on-screen dynamic, one that may require the show to evolve in order to stay relevant. Despite the changes, fans remain hopeful that 7 Little Johnstons will continue to deliver the warmth and authenticity that made it a staple of reality TV. The Johnston family's story, one of love, resilience, and overcoming adversity, transcends the camera lens, and their legacy will endure regardless of who appears on screen. For Anna, the word goodbye doesn't signify an end, but a new beginning. It's a declaration of independence, a reclamation of self, and a courageous step toward a life defined not by ratings or public perception, but by personal fulfillment. As she signed off her Instagram post, Anna left fans with a powerful message: "Thank you for walking this journey with me. It's been real, it's been messy, it's been beautiful. Now, I'm ready for what's next. With love, Anna." The ripple effect of her decision will likely inspire other reality stars to prioritize their mental health and set boundaries in an industry that often demands constant visibility. In an era where social media and 24/7 content creation blur the lines between public and private life, Anna's choice serves as a timely reminder that it's okay to say no, to step back, to breathe, and to simply be. The 7 Little Johnstons may continue, but Anna's chapter, as fans have known it, has come to a close. And in her farewell, she's given viewers one of the most important lessons the show has ever taught: that true strength lies not in staying in the spotlight, but in knowing when to walk away from it. Her journey on the show may be over, but her impact will last far beyond the final credits. Anna Johnston isn't just a reality TV star, she's a role model, an advocate, and a young woman who had the courage to choose herself. And for that, she'll always be remembered, not just as a Johnston, but as someone who lived her truth, on and off the screen. As the camera fades and the theme music plays one last time for Anna's story, the word that echoes most clearly is not goodbye, but thank you. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for showing us that sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is to step into the quiet, and live your life, just for you.